Get ready for a yoga break in your busy office schedule by taking up a straight back sitting position on your chair. Bring your whole back, neck, and head into one straight line. Place the palms of both hands on your thighs. Close your eyes gently and begin to focus on your breathing. Breathe in and out in a calm and regular manner for a few minutes. Make sure you are breathing into all sections of your lungs in a healthy manner. Breathe in to the low, mid, and upper sections of your lungs, and then breathe out from the low, mid, and upper sections. Perform this practice for a few minutes and feel a sense of lightness as the energy of your breath lifts your mood and readies you for the practices of yoga. Sit erect with your palms on your thighs. Lift your right hand and start to shake it slowly with awareness of the movements at your wrist joint. Increase the speed of the movement a bit, and then after some time, start to shake your hand as fast as you can. Continue this fast shaking for a few minutes. After a few minutes, stop shaking your hand and bring it back to your thigh. Breathe deeply and enjoy the fresh flow of blood rushing into your hand as the result of this vigorous shaking. Lift your left hand and start to shake it slowly. Be aware of the movements of the wrist joint. Slowly increase the speed of the movement while keeping your hand as lax as possible. After some time, start to shake your hand as fast as you can for a few minutes. When you feel ready, stop shaking your hand and bring it back to your thigh. Enjoy the fresh flow of blood rushing into your hand as the result of this vigorous shaking. Lift both your hands and start to shake them slowly. Be aware of the movements at your wrist joints. Let your elbows be relaxed so that this shaking is transmitted throughout your forearms. Increase the speed of the shaking movement bit by bit until you are shaking your hands as fast as possible. Continue this for a few minutes. When ready, stop shaking your hands and bring them back to your thighs. Breathe deeply and enjoy the fresh flow of blood coupled with the revitalizing pranic energy rushing into your hands. This jati washes away all accumulated toxins and negative stressful radicals from your joints and releases pent-up tensions from the musculoskeletal system. After a few minutes of relaxation, lift both hands to your chest and start to circle them at the wrists with focused awareness. After a few rounds, circle your hands in the opposite direction. When the movements have been completed in both directions, relax your hands back to your thighs and breathe deeply to enjoy the relaxation seeping into your hands. To wind up this activity, start to shake both hands again. While shaking them, continue to move your arms all around your body so that a maximum range of arm span is attained to your front, sides, up, down, and to your back. This helps to energize the pranamaya kosha, the vital energy sheath or subtle body. Use your creativity to make patterns around yourself while recharging your psychic batteries with this vital energy. After completing the full range of activity, relax back in an erect sitting position with your palms on your thighs. Be aware of the energy flowing into all parts of your body, creating optimum conditions for healing and well-being. Bend your right knee and rotate your ankle in a clockwise direction. Do this for a few rounds and then perform the movement in an anti-clockwise direction for a few rounds. Hold your right leg and bounce it a few times. Relax your leg and repeat the movements on the left. Come back to the sitting position and move your legs in a lifting action, one after the other, a few times. These movements provide a good self-massage to the lower limbs and the abdomen. They ease congestion from the ankles, knees, and hip joints. Lift both hands and begin to move your fingers one after the other. Make sure you bend each and every joint in each and every finger. Perform a few rounds of this movement. Make a fist with both hands and rotate your wrists in a clockwise direction. Continue to rotate them now in an anti-clockwise direction. Move your hands from elbow down in a circular motion by rotating your elbow joints. Do a few rounds in a clockwise motion and then anti-clockwise. Start to move your shoulders in a forward cycling action a few times and then in a backward cycling action for a few rounds. These simple movements relieve the stiffness and tension from the finger, wrist, elbow, and shoulder joints. Turn your head from right to left and then back from left to right a couple of times. Bring your head to the center and turn it up and down a couple of times. Perform a few rounds of head rolling in the clockwise direction. Repeat the head rolling, but now in an anti-clockwise direction. These simple movements relieve the stiffness and tension from the neck and the shoulder region that are a result of excessive time spent in front of the computer. Come back to the resting position and relax with some deep breathing. Stand up from your chair. Stand still and breathe deeply. Gently shift your weight onto the front of your foot so that the entire weight of your body is supported on your toes. Now, slowly shift your weight to the back of your feet so that it is all felt on your heels. Gently and slowly shift your weight back to your toes and then back to your heels for a few times. Relax back in the Samastiti asana and breathe deeply. Walk around your office space, kicking your legs one after the other. Make sure this is done consciously and with awareness. This will kick out the tensions from your feet and alleviate sluggish blood circulation in the lower limb. From the standing position, lift your right leg and balance on the left. Swing your right leg forward and backward a few times in a slow manner. Come back to the standing position and then start to swing your left leg forward and backward a few times. Repeat on your right leg again, but this time try swinging your leg from side to side. Perform the same with your left leg in a slow and controlled manner. This simple practice produces a feeling of relaxation in the hip and the lower limbs. Stand with your legs a couple of feet apart. Place your hands on the sides of your hips and move your torso in a grinding action in the clockwise direction. After a few rounds of this, start to move your torso in the opposite direction. These movements help to relieve the stiffness and tension from the hip joints and facilitate healthy circulation in the pelvis. Bend down and do some toe touching with a bouncing action from your lower back. Bounce to the front and try to touch the floor. Keep bouncing and move to your left in a steady manner. Move to your right with the bouncing movement and then finally come back to the front. Breathe in and stand up. Stand in the Samastiti asana with your arms relaxed alongside your body. Balance your weight equally on both feet. Try to have 60% of your weight on your toes and 40% on your heels to give a feeling of energetic upliftment. Do a few rounds of deep, relaxed breathing, enjoying the benefits of the practices performed earlier. To wind up this section of practices, let's perform Nasarga Mukhabhastrika. Start to shake your hands as vigorously as possible to loosen up the accumulated tensions of your daily life. Visualize all the tensions that have accumulated in your wrist and elbow joints getting a good shake up by this action. When you have got all the tensions loosened up, take in a deep breath. Clench your fist as if catching hold of all your tensions. Whoosh away all your tensions as forcibly as possible. Relax for a short time in the resting position. Again, shake your hands as fast as possible. Breathe in and catch hold of your tensions in your fists. Throw them all away with a powerful blast. Make sure that you are using your diaphragmatic muscle vigorously while blasting out the breath. After performing 3 to 9 rounds of this practice, relax in a comfortable position with deep breathing. Enjoy the feeling of calm and relief sweeping through your whole body. Stand in a comfortable position. Breathe in and lift both arms up and over your head until they are parallel to each other. Go up onto your toes and stretch up as high as possible. Hold the breath and feel a healthy stretch along your whole body from toes to fingertips. Breathe out and relax your arms back to your sides while coming back to the flat foot posture. Repeat the practice 2 more times for maximum benefit. The term thala refers to a palm tree, and you should try to stretch yourself as tall as a tree while performing this practice. With practice, the posture can be held for a longer time and normal breathing done while holding the posture for 30 to 45 seconds. After completing a few rounds of the practice, stand still and relax with deep breathing. A modification of the Thala Kriya can be done from a sitting position. Sit erect and lift both arms over your head while breathing in. Interlock your fingers and turn the joint palms outward and upward. Give yourself a good stretch while holding the breath. When ready, release the fingers and bring your arms back down while breathing out. While stretching up, you can also turn your head from right to left to help open up the upper back and shoulder region, thus dissolving tensions from this area. When ready, release the fingers and bring your arms back to your thighs while breathing out. Sit erect, facing forward with your head straight. Breathe in to a 6 count, rotating your neck halfway around, and breathe out to a 6 count, completing the rotation, coming back to where you started. Do 3 rounds of this practice in a clockwise direction. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now perform 3 rounds in the anti-clockwise direction. Coordinate the breath and the movement as much as possible for maximum benefit. This practice enables us to overcome sorrow and develop a sense of detached contentment.